it's Lila here on a very cold and rainy Cape Town, so that accounts for the jersey and the jacket, and I'm sure you can hear the rain pouring outside. I hope you are all okay during these very, very difficult, turbulent times. For those of you who haven't been to my channel before, I am a healer and guide, and I work from my premises here in Cape Town underneath the slopes of Table Mountain. You will probably know that in South Africa we've had some unrest, some violence, so we are feeling the changes and the turbulence, and many people, of course, are really struggling, high anxiety, high stress. So without further ado and wasting your time, since I know time is precious, what is it that I wanted to speak to you today about? Well, I wanted to share something that popped into my head while in the forest, which is around why the world is in chaos and why you should care. Now, if some of you have watched some of my teachings from the White Rose videos, you will know that a big nudge from our guidance towards the end of 2019 and during 2020 and continuing now actually is about self-care, is about taking responsibility, is about really stepping into an awareness that you are soul, spirit, energy first, and that everything comes from that. We are stepping into an era of the soul. As a spiritual worker, as someone who sees energy, as someone who translates energy from spirit in all its forms, I can assure you that while things on the outside look very turbulent and chaotic, there are positive changes coming. I don't want to give you false hope. I'm not one of those false hope prophets, but I also hold within me the deepest faith in humanity as a species, as a race, to find it within themselves to really gather together and actually fix the world we live in. So what I wanted to share with you today is how we can do that within ourselves when actually all around you is chaos and what seems like complete confusion and also massive waves of fear, that we need then at this point to be a light in the darkness. It may feel like this is an impossibility. It may feel like, how on earth am I going to get there? But trust me, you matter. Every word you speak, every action you take, every thought you hold within your field really does matter. And so if we are ever in a state of actually developing a greater sense of self-awareness, it is now, right? So maybe the majority of you listening to this are already on a spiritual path. Maybe some of you who are finding this video have yet to step on that path. I want to remind you again that spirituality is not something you can put into a box. Being spiritual is actually just an acknowledgement that there is more to you than your chattering mind and your body, and that there is a desire within you to connect to that aspect that is spiritual in nature. And by that, what do I mean? I mean unseen. It's something that's maybe not necessarily tangible, right? But this energetic field that we anchor in our body and have surrounding us holds so much information and so much wisdom. And if you can offer yourself the time to get in touch with that, you will start receiving answers that are from the highest aspect of yourself. Because often when we're in a situation like we are in now, where, things are really, and let's be honest, they're not going to go back to normal. Nothing is ever going to be normal again. And what is normal anyway? And whilst part of us might be hankering for that normality, we are not in a spiritual environment that is going to provide that. We are in a deep, deep process of transformation where the very fundamental values of human nature and humanity as a whole are being revisited by many, many people. My deepest knowing is that we are being asked to come back and be aware that we are a collective and that we are all interconnected, right? Because there was a time in the very early phases of humanity and our evolution that we knew that. We realized that. We understood that each action we had, each thought we had, impacted the person we were living with, the family community we found ourselves in. We have lost touch with that. There are many couples I see who can't even speak to one another nicely or kindly. That makes me deeply sad, because as a family unit, you are the very foundation of society. So my work with young children and couples is deeply sacred, because I can see the spiritual aspects of all members of the family, and I can, in a way, show them where they may be able to connect in ways that they didn't think possible. So we are really deeply connected, and we are being asked to go to the fundamental level of society, which is first the individual and which is second the family unit. Any work that you do for yourself, any work where you reconnect and offer yourself time in silence, time in solitude, time to just take a breath. Yes, let's remember the breath. Take a deep breath. Exhale deeply. You wouldn't be here without the breath. So please remember that. I love making the sound of the heart when I'm talking. Please remember your breath. So we are being asked to realize our connectedness, but to also be aware that as a single beam of light, you as an individual, the people who are in your closest unit, are part of the change. And that you can't put all the blame outside if you are still finding it impossible to speak nicely to your partner, or not to scream at your child when you're stressed. Because I hear you, I see you. I know many families are struggling because of the COVID situation, where they are maybe working from home, where you have your children running around your feet all day long. And I hear you, I see you. I had 3 children in 16 months and like 3 toddlers running around. But I didn't have to work from home and deal with them. So I hear you, I see you. It's a difficult time. But we are being asked in that difficult time to make space for yourself. So if you're a mother or a father or a caretaker of young children, make sure, even if it's 10 minutes a day, you can take out and just be by yourself and breathe. We are in a time where you need to ask for help. This is not something you can do on your own. So ask for help. It will come when you need it. Seek out the support of a healer like myself. If you're here in Cape Town, South Africa, or anywhere in the globe, actually I have foreign clients. Connect with me if you feel the need to. I'm not vastly overpriced. I'm hoping I'm still affordable with my rates. And I can see through your daily stories, your daily drama, to identify those spiritual and energetic aspects that you can work with or need to be aware of in order to shift your situation, your circumstances. So you are not alone. We are all in this together. It is not an impossible task to turn our world around, and it is going to require each one of us to take responsibility and accountability. If you feel you want to be part of a sacred community, I have a spiritual community called the Community of the White Rose that I have set up on the Patreon application. The link to that is below. There are many videos that might help you in my channel. I share videos when I feel the need to. I don't do it every day or every week, but I'm here when I feel I need to just say, hi, you're not alone. Let me know if you want to explore certain topics or subject content. And as always, remember that you are a bright, shining star in the darkness for some person. It doesn't have to be hundreds of people, but for that one person, like the story of the starfish, for that one person, you can make a difference. So stay centered, breathe, seek out breathing practices, mindfulness practices. You can look at my other social media content for more inspiration. And take care of yourself during this time. I see you, I feel you, I send you love from my heart to yours, from my home to yours, and I wish you abundance in happiness, in health, in wealth, in all forms that are your deepest desire. We will chat again soon. Bye for now.